after, right? And then I differentiate these using this program. I'm just talking about, so derivative of x is 1. This is 1/2 1 over x plus 3, parentheses are your friend. And then the interesting one, minus 3x squared plus 2x plus 1, that's the derivative of the inside function, and then divide by it, because that's the chain rule for the logarithm I'm using here. And then the answer is that dy dx is equal to, y times all that stuff. So if you forgive me, I'd rather not write it again. I mean, just solve for dy dx now. Yeah. No, okay. I guess I better do it. dy dx is e to the x square root of x plus 3 divided by x squared plus x, well, x cubed rather, plus x squared plus x times this stuff. 1 plus 1/2 1 over x plus 3 plus or minus 3x squared plus 2x plus 1 divided by x cubed plus x squared plus x. This technique we just use is logarithmic differentiation. Take the log of something you want to differentiate, use properties of logs, differentiate that, and then solve for dy dx. So, yeah, Megan, what was your?
It's a question for
Homework 13? Mm-hmm. It's about to answer homework 15. That wouldn't be good. Let's see here. I will eventually find it. I should put tabs on these or something, yeah? All right. Homework 11. I'm looking for 13, right? Which number on 13? 5? All right. We have the integral of the square root of x plus 4 over x minus 4 e to the x dx. Or something like that, right? Indeed. Yeah, that's the way we do it. So break it up into 3 integrals. So this is really the integral of the square root of x dx, right? Minus 4 times the integral of dx over x, minus 4 times the integral of e to the x dx. And let's see, I'll write one more step. So this is x to the 1/2, right? Minus 4 times the integral of dx over x, minus 4 times the integral of e to the x dx. At this point, you recognize that those are the basic, those are ones that are
wouldn't it be 2/3 x,
mm-hmm.
3 x,
Yeah.
and then minus 4 ln x,
Yeah.
and then minus 4 e to the x.
Yeah, plus a constant, yep. Now, let me check on something. If the book is being careful. Well, that's funny. That's funny. The answer key, instead of writing natural log of x, it has the natural log, is counting it wrong, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it wants you to write this. I've been trying not to talk about this. But I see now I have to talk about this.
Would it be the 4 ln square root x?
Yeah, there's still the minus 4 in there. It's everything the same, just that term replaced with this.
How do you go from there to this?
Indeed. Let's talk about it. What is the absolute value of x equal to? What's that? Distant from x to 0 on the number line, very, very good, very geometric. It's a case-wise defined function, though, right? It's like x, if x is greater than or equal to 0, it's minus x if x is less than 0, right? Do you guys know a formula for the absolute value of x, though? How can you reproduce those two cases with one sweeping algebraic formula? Yeah, it's right there. Indeed. This is equal to the square root of x squared, in fact. That is a stone-cold formula for the absolute value of x. Try it out. What's the absolute value of minus 5, for example? It's 5, right? Take minus 5, square it, 25, square root of 25, 5. It takes anything, it removes the minus by squaring it, and then takes square root to get you back where you started. And if it's positive, it just does nothing, right? So that is a formula. Now I want to show you something. What happens if we differentiate with respect to x? The natural log of the absolute value of x, what's that look like? X to the what? How about this? D dx of the natural log of the square root of x squared, right? So I can do the chain rule. Chain rule tells me 1 over the square root of x squared times d dx of what? Square root of x squared, right? But what is that? I mean, do the chain rule again, right? What's the derivative of the square root function? How about 1 over twice the square root of x squared times the derivative of the inside function, which gives me 2x, right? The 2's cancel. What are we left with? We're left with x over the square root of x squared squared, which is what? Yes, 1 over x. I mean, it's x over x squared is the point, which is 1 over x. So what this shows you is, in fact, the more general truth is that the integral of dx over x is the natural log of the absolute value of x plus a constant. I have been pretty careful, if you are listening. I've been throwing in these comments today. I'm assuming x is positive. I'm assuming x is positive. I'm assuming x is positive. I was saying that as to avoid this discussion because it only really matters to us after this test and apparently this homework problem. Now, it is bizarro. It is truly bizarre that they have written the answer as that natural log of the square root of x squared like that there. That's weird. That's a really weird answer key.
Got rid of it because I was trying
So plus 5 times the natural log of the square root of x squared, and close the natural log argument again. There you go. That should do it. Yep. What? That's weird. Huh. Sorry, guys, I hate to... There's no parentheses all around the 3. Maybe remove the parentheses for your 3 halves. On the x to the 3 halves. Do you have the minus 4e to the x? So anyway, what I'm trying to get at, guys, is I'm not going to take off points on this test if you skip the absolute value bars. But this becomes important once we start studying definite integrals, the absolute value bars become essential there. I was trying to give you some freedom to not worry about it for now, but that homework problem is, I'll look it up in a second here, Megan. Yep.
Wouldn't it be plus 40 to the x? I mean, I tried that in my problem, and it still doesn't work, but I still think it should be because it's negative in the original, and then you subtract it. Or
Oh. Yeah, I'm sorry. I made a, thank you. Look, guys. Look, plus should stay plus, right? Duh. All right, just a second. Let me search. Okay, well, I mean, WebAssign formatting aside, you have the right answer, okay? I mean, it's just a question of, making satisfied our robot overlords here. Let's see here. Just a second, I'll find yours. We were homework, which one was it? 13? It's really weird that they wrote it that way. Yeah, I don't care about you can skip the absolute value. I'm going to say that if I ask you, tell you what I'll do is I'll try to remember to put a little comment at the start that x is positive. If I say x is positive, then we don't need the absolute value of x. Absolute value of x is just equal to x if x is positive. Oh, what? That is wacky. It should count what you wrote. That should not be counted wrong. That is weird. Oh, well, now the answer key shows, my answer key now shows 5 natural log of, try vertical bars in the natural log.
The square root of x squared?
No, just 5 ln this plus, what was it? 2/3 x to the 3/2. Yeah, that's funny. So the key has been changed by WebAssign between the time I printed this out and now, because I printed this out earlier this semester, right? And it's got the key in there, printed out. And apparently the key has been changed from what I just told you to natural log with absolute value bar signs in it. So, which is better. I mean, this is better as an answer than what I was telling you over there, but that worked, Megan? Yeah. So yeah, try the answer in this kind of format. I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to spend all this time talking about formatting of answers. It's boring. But I know you want your points. I understand. I get it. It's fine. I'm not saying don't ask questions. I'm just saying I'm annoyed. Not at you guys. So, thanks, guys.